morning. Wake up, guys. It's TCP in the morning.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up. Wake up.
Wake up. Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up. It's TCP in the morning.
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 It's TCP in the morning. It's TCP in the morning.
TCP in the morning.
It's 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 TCP in the morning.
Good morning. Wake up, y'all. It's TCP in the morning with the morning tea.
Sing the song here in a minute.
TCP in the morning.
Microphone check. Hey, the world's most popular barbecue talk, man cave conversation. However you like it or dislike it, it's the heavyweight champs of the Sports Talk Podcast. Your boys are back in the building. Myself, B-Way. To the left, I have the red-headed assassin, Mr. Red himself, the last member of the red-headed Indian tribe. The man that gets it popping in the old head community.
Oh, he's salty already. Messed up his intro.
What are you talking about? I said the man that gets it popping in the old head community.
He's up there stumbling like Biden. I kid.
So shout out to Biden and Kamala, man.
Kamala.
Shout out to both of them, man. Brad, how was your week, man? How you feeling?
So I'm feeling good, man. I had a good week. Had a good. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say it was good. It wasn't great. It was okay. What? It's over. It was busy. So I was kind of glad when I got to Friday. I was kind of glad. That's why I think I was just in the moment. Because yesterday was Friday, so I was happy. But it actually was just okay. Not a whole lot to it.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
Yeah, I was about to go to
I stumbled through that like you stumbled through your intro.
I didn't stumble through anything.
Oh, you stumbled through it.
And we have Mr. S. Rudolph in the building, a.k.a. He got an a.k.a. now.
Oh!
He got an a.k.a. now.
He needs an a.k.a.
A.k.a. Mr. I'm never wrong, but even if I'm wrong, I still think I'm right, so I never was wrong.
Wow.
That is Mr. S. Rudolph.
He ain't remember that next week.
I'll bring it, man. How was your week, man?
Busy, man. I worked all week. Literally. I had 24 hours off this week. 24 hours? Yeah, 34. 24 off and 38. Got off this morning.
Listen, man.
Now I'm off 12.
And you go back Monday. Tomorrow night.
No, I'm off 12 days now. October 1, I think.
This guy's always off Monday. If you ever need a job, anybody, and you want a lot of time off, go be a
That's not true. I work every holiday. I work 6 out of every 8 weekends. Don't. I'm a busy man.
Also, in the building, we have Mr. Man, I'm not calling you that. Mr. Dixon.
You call me Sarge. It's all right.
The Sarge back in the building. Finally got the Sarge back, man.
Hey.
We didn't see Sarge with us since before quarantine.
No, it's been a minute. It's good to be back.
Is the pandemic over?
Nah, we still don't know. It's about to get worse.
Doing toast?
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I ain't do no toast, man. But fellas, it's good to be back another week. S. Rudolph, you got some explaining to do.
Explain what? What we're talking about?
All your favorite basketball players are doing the same thing we're doing during the playoffs right now.
My favorite basketball player at home for a long time. That's probably Zach LaVine.
I hope Zach LaVine's not your favorite basketball player.
I'm a Bull fan, man. I told you, I'm in here. I'm neutral. I like Kawhi a little bit, but my team is the Bulls through and through.
I don't care if you're
I feel like Dang is your favorite player. He was getting it done in Chicago for years.
Man, listen. If Zach LaVine's your favorite basketball player, you probably shouldn't be watching basketball. I don't care who it is.
Zach's entertaining.
No, we ain't dancing around the subject. Where they at though?
Clippers shit the bed.
Where's the fire, man?
Fly home, man.
Where's that though?
If you thought you were gonna get some excuses from me about Kawhi, you came to the wrong person.
If anything about me, I'm always fair, and I call it how I see
You're
it.
not. You're always foul. But
No,
we'll settle for
I'm
that.
not a fan. We got two fans here, and you got somebody who's neutral. So it seems like
You're not neutral.
You're always no dog in the fight. Kawhi played himself into best player in the world conversation. So now when you lose, you get best player in the world criticism. And this is the first time that Kawhi's been getting. He got killed all week, deservedly so.
He didn't get killed.
He got killed all
He
week.
didn't get killed.
He got
Even
killed.
when I'm not watching SportsCenter, I'll hear about something LeBron did.
Well, you can't really compare the two.
You don't hear nothing about
And that
Kawhi.
is
You're
part of the
Kawhi is a
criticism.
church mouse.
But Kawhi shit the bed game 7. And when you're one of the top, if you're in that best player of the world conversation where there's very few, LeBron, Kevin Durant, over the last decade, you got to perform. I don't want to hear nothing about Pandemic P, because Kawhi played like he shit the bed, man. And you're going to have to play. And now you're going to hear it all season until next season, and you're going to hear it all the way till you get to the playoffs, you get a chance to prove it again.
I thought Kawhi was the guy that had. He was like the closest guy to my guy Kobe, like with that mentality. And to see him fold under pressure, I'm saying Kobe never folded.
He folded a lot.
No, Kobe didn't. No,
No, he did.
We're not gonna do that.
See, this is what I'm talking about the fans.
You trying to say he had creases?
Yeah, I'll say this real quick though, because Kawhi's failed before, and so a lot of people forget. I don't forget sports stuff, but the year, the first year LeBron won, the second year he won when he beat the Spurs, when they had the tape out already, about to celebrate, and Ray Allen hit the shot.
Yeah.
Kawhi was at the line, he missed both free throws, or that game was over. Remember?
Yeah.
And Kawhi took that criticism, came back the next year, and they won the finals. They beat the Heat. But there was a lot less light on him. So now he's going to have to go back next year, and it's even going to be more pressure. He's going to have to win the championship next year.
It's not gonna happen.
I'm not going to. I ain't going to back Kawhi because
It's got to be fair. He got hurt criticism.
Kawhi showed up almost every night. I mean, matter of fact, he probably showed up every night, except the last night when they shouldn't have been in that position anyway. They shouldn't have been in the position where they were in the game 7 because they were up 3-1 at one point. But also, if you give up the kind of things that they gave up to get Paul George, you can't let him off the hook because Kawhi is a better player. So the fact that Oklahoma City got, 7 first-round picks, future first-round picks for Pandemic P?
Not only that, they got a future all-star in
Alexander, they got Gallinari, and they got almost 7 first-round picks. I forget the exact number, but it's close to 7, like 6 or 7 first-round picks. So he's got to show up. You give up that much for a guy thinking he's going to be at least your second all-star, like a LeBron and D-Wade type thing, and it doesn't even come close to that.
Well, I think it's fair. I mean, he deserves this criticism too.
They're supposed to make at least the NBA Finals. That was
at the very
least that was their goal. The Clippers never been to a Western Conference Finals in their 49 years of existence.
Yeah. And
they had their first chance here to do that, and it's like the gods were against them.
And rightfully so, Paul George is getting killed, and to make it even worse, he goes to the press conference and says, "We never had championship or bust was never our goal this year." That is.
What was it?
It's terrible. You can't say that. But the reason I'm not killing George is because George is not in the best player in the world conversation. And Kawhi did have a good playoffs, and he had a good series against Nuggets. But he also tied the record for the playoffs this year for most 30-point games in the playoffs.
Yeah, but it's not like...
But Game 7, you have to perform. And he had his worst game of the playoffs in Game 7.
LeBron always performs in Game 7. That's what he does. But that's not here. I'm not making
but
that comparison.
The reason why you don't get the criticism with the Kawhi that LeBron gets is because Kawhi don't say nothing, win or lose. When he was the guy on top of the world, Kawhi never said nothing that people speak for him. So when LeBron went to Miami and he had the big press conference and he had the where he's going press conference and he had the big parade and not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. You said you brought LeBron. Then you said why? You said he didn't get killed.
That's what exactly. I'm keeping it on
that's
LeBron.
why, and you call yourself the king, you're going to get more fire from people. Kawhi got killed, rightfully so, and I'm not defending him. He got to show up next year.
I feel like LeBron's carried himself like the king. There's never been a time that's been that question, has it?
No.
Well, you would have asked B-Way back in 08, 09, he would have said that.
No, because it's not.
AKA Mr. Flip Flop. We'll get into that later.
That's not a flip-flop.
We'll get into that later.
It's not that. LeBron has always, he said, carried himself as the king. Not played like the king.
Oh, if you're saying that, then no. LeBron has always carried himself off the court. Nothing but like...
And on the court. He's a professional. Like, for example, the Clippers, did not want to go to the bubble. And when they got to the bubble, it showed they didn't want to be there. That's the big thing. LeBron, even his teammates might not have won. Dwight Howard didn't want to go. My man opted out.
Avery Bradley.
But when they got there, he loaded them guys up and said, hey, let's be professionals and come out here and take care of business. Kawhi didn't have that leadership. Them guys were
trying to get on Kawhi. So, because Lou Williams missed almost the whole 8 games in the bubble. Montrezl Harrell...
He didn't want to be there.
His father figure died.
This is my point.
Montrezl Harrell's grandmother died. He missed the whole bubble into the playoffs
It
started.
doesn't matter who died. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about basketball. So, the Bucks say to Giannis, we're going to get you more help. That's what they say after the loss. Like, we obviously need to get you more help.
Mm-hmm.
What do we say to the Clippers that they're probably the most talented team?
Oh, they shit the bed. There's no excuses. They had.
It's like you can't say, Kawhi needs you more help. Like you did. You brought in Payne WP.
No, that's why next year he's going to have a lot of pressure on him.
You got Pat Beverly. You brought in Marcus Morris. You got Montrezl Harrell. You have everybody signed there.
No, that's why he got killed, rightfully so. And he didn't play well in Game 7. It's going to be the same thing. It won't be as much pressure as Kawhi, but it's going to be similar to when James lost to the Mavericks. It's going to be that kind of heat. He has to win in year 2 if they keep that team together. I think Harold's a free agent, though.
So you can't, as two superstars, you can't have 24 points in a Game 7 combined.
They can't.
You can't shoot 12 or 10 for 33 or whatever the hell they were.
It ain't even about George. It's about
George is one of them now because he doesn't get off the hook. Like Kawhi's your superstar, yes, but they brought Paul George there to be a superstar as well. They didn't bring him there to play Robin. He's going to be Robin because he's the lesser talented one out of the two. But they brought them both there to be superstars.
Superstars get the credit when they win more than they should, and they get more blame when they lose more than they should. And that's why
with the quarterback
when the Heat lost to the Mavericks, LeBron got the brunt of it. It wasn't Chris Bosh and Wade getting roasted. It was LeBron. Kawhi gets roasted because he's the leader of that team, and he shit the bed Game 7.
Well, Chris Bosh was never going to get it. I think 2 superstars in Miami were
Did the Clippers just hand the finals to the Lakers?
No, they still had to beat the team that beat the Clippers.
Yeah.
Like people forget, like the Nuggets. Samar said it last week. I still don't believe Nuggets.
We've already seen Game 1.
Samar said the Nuggets are tough.
We've already seen Game 1.
We've seen how tough they were. It doesn't matter. Game 1 first, and they came back 3-1 twice now in the playoffs. I ain't trying to hear none of that. Them guys can come back, so I ain't counting those guys out at all.
Come back in.
But you can't just hand someone.
Against the King.
You can't hand somebody a championship when you still got to win 2 more series.
You're not coming back against the King.
I don't believe so either, but they came back 3-1. If anyone can do it, it is the Nuggets.
Go ahead, B.
Do you think Kawhi can recover?
Yeah, I just told you, like, he did it before. He wasn't a superstar back then, but missing 2 free throws and then win you a championship back when you only need 1. Because if you make 1, they're up 4, and Ray Allen's shot don't matter, and then you're champions.
Man, we ain't forget about Kawhi. He won the championship last year. People got short memories. This guy...
No, I'm saying he's bounced back.
I know. He went to a team for 1 year in Toronto and took them to the final and won it. So he's out. We can't forget that. He's still Kawhi.
But he's Kawhi now.
People lose, man. LeBron been in 9 NBA finals. He ain't got 9 chips.
Far from it.
Everybody's measured to the Jordan standard.
But nobody can live up to it, though.
And Jordan don't lose in the playoffs. Or didn't lose in the playoffs. I can't say don't.
He did. He went out Eastern Conference Finals when he came back to playing baseball.
Yeah.
Now,
he make it March.
In respect to the King LeBron.
What's up, Keith Byers? My guy.
They cut me off.
Sorry.
What's up, Keith? How you doing, man? Appreciate you watching.
Keith don't like you. Remember I told you. That's the guy from work.
I still appreciate you watching, Keith.
Either they hate me or they love it. They still gotta pay to watch.
I would love to have a conversation with you. But anyway, like I was saying, the King, he's been this good. Like, we never saw nobody this good this long. And
Kareem played 20 years.
Nah, but he wasn't the best.
Kareem was always pretty much the best.
No, he was bad.
From childhood.
Yeah, well, from childhood. LeBron.
If you're 7'4", though, it's a little easy.
I'm not making it. No, we're not going to do that. He was great.
All right.
But no, go ahead.
Does LeBron, like, we saw LeBron get pushed by Curry. Like, Curry was the best player in the league for 2 years there.
And Durant whooped him.
And Durant.
And then the Spurs whooped them.
I never felt like
and then Dirk Nowitzki whooped them.
I'm not saying that, but they were never the best.
And never the best.
Durant, you can argue.
Yes.
You're going to lose that argument every time.
Curry, you could argue. Kawhi, you could argue.
I don't know if you can argue Kawhi. I think Kawhi, I mean, not Kawhi. I don't think you can argue Curry yet. I don't think you can.
I don't think you can argue Curry.
At that time,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think everybody had considered
I think Durant is a legit argument.
When Curry went back-to-back MVPs.
I don't think Durant ever beats LeBron if he stays in Oklahoma. I don't think they ever even see each other again.
I think that's so unfair because they went head-to-head guarding each other and Durant was toasting him.
Doesn't matter. He played with a better team.
Yo, when the two best players in the world go head-to-head and you outplay them, how do you not give credit?
No.
I'm not taking credit from Durant. I'm just saying, if he stays in Oklahoma, do they ever play again? I doubt it.
If LeBron stays in Cleveland, does he ever win a chip?
He won one in Cleveland.
When he went back.
He won one in Cleveland.
When he went back.
All right, so we'll wait for Durant to go back and see if he ever wins one in Oklahoma.
Here's the thing, though. If LeBron never left Cleveland, they probably would have never made the sacrifice to make the trade.
D-Wade had to show him how to win.
No. I'm talking about the management there would have never made the sacrifices to try to get Kevin Love over and to get a team around him.
Well, I don't think they had the assets back then. You had LeBron left, you got some first-round picks, you got Kyrie, so you got a superstar. And then you had that number one pick again. You were able to trade to get Kevin Love.
No, the Cavs have been very fortunate.
Before LeBron went back there, they won 20 games with Kyrie.
He was there 2 years with nobody.
They won, and so was LeBron. There a bunch of times with nobody.
LeBron goes to teams. Everybody's doing but LeBron.
LeBron got drafted by them in the second year there. He was a playoff team. Before that, we won 14 games.
We know LeBron's better.
We know.
Kyrie.
I know.
All-time great. He's supposed to.
Okay, then.
That's not the argument. The argument is this long, LeBron has to be rising up your list of some of the greatest players ever.
He's just, what? I have him as
Cameras off.
5 or 6.
5 or 6?
That's where I got him. Top 5, arguably.
I mean, it has to be.
I got it.
Who's better?
Jordan, Kareem.
For being good in their 17th year. This good.
You said all time. He's right about this all time list.
And I'm saying out of 17, out of the 17 years, got to at this level.
Where are you putting him at?
He's moving up.
But where are you putting him at?
Who?
Me?
Yeah.
I only had Jordan and Kobe in front of him initially, probably.
And then where you have him at?
He's fighting with my man.
Kobe.
He's fighting with him.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't argue that. I'm not arguing LeBron after around 2 or 3. I don't have him there, but that's fine. I don't argue that. But he's not. He's going to be where he's at for the most part.
You don't think he can ever pass Jordan?
No, I think that ship sailed. I think most people agree with that. Unless he stays 5 more years and wins 5 more chips or something, but I mean, realistically, I think it's ship sailed.
I never hear that ship sailed. I've never heard that.
I don't think the majority have Jordan significantly above him. LeBron's career is more defined by losing than winning.
All right, with the MVP this year.
We go. All right. Well, I think you guys deserve some credit. Y'all gave the D-Way last week for about the Bucks because I told you this was going to be a landslide victory. It wasn't going to be close, and your fanhood got in the way.
No, you were right, but you weren't right.
I was right.
Yeah, I think you were right, which was easy. Like, we could have easily won Giannis.
No, I told you.
I even said that Giannis was going to be MVP probably. I don't feel like it should be a landslide. That's what I said. I don't feel like it should be a landslide.
And I said it was going to be a landslide.
Well, it shouldn't have been.
But it was.
And he got 15% of the votes.
Giannis got 85 or 101.
So he got 15% of the votes. LeBron did.
Yeah, that's not. It's a landslide.
Easy man.
It's a landslide.
That's easy math, 15%.
That's all I'm saying is, you were right, but the voting was not
right.
right.
Now the voting's wrong.
It was terrible.
People who are not fans seeing one of the greatest seasons of all
Stephen
time.
A. Smith said that. He said he voted for LeBron and that it shouldn't have been as disrespectful.
Yeah, you have
Stephen A. does this every day, so I'm just.
And Charles Barkley said last night that it should have been definitely Giannis.
I think it should have been Giannis too. I just don't feel like it should have been the
85 of 101 expert panelists said that it was a landslide victory.
Listen, and I know it's a regular season award, but you got to take into account that Giannis played a majority of his games in the Eastern Conference, which is not good. Whoever wins the West will win the finals. If the Lakers lose and Denver wins, Denver will beat the Heat or the Celtics. It's that simple. I don't see how you can justify somebody being good against lesser competition over a guy who's dominating basketball in the best conference. He's dominating the best of the best.
You got anything to say about that?
No, I want to hear what you have to say, buddy. I always want to hear what you have to say.
This is why I call B.O. Mr. Flip Flop.
Okay, let's flip flop.
Because 2008, we played a little game with you guys.
12 years ago.
2009, 2010, who won MVP? Back to back, with the best record in the league.
Tell us.
No, don't tell us.
They were back-to-back champions. I mean, back-to-back MVP with the best record in the NBA. Who was it?
I know the answer to that too. Kobe won the championship.
Kobe won 08. I said, who won the MVP?
I know that Kobe won the championship.
Yeah, the back-to-back MVP with the best record in the NBA 2 years in a row. Who was it?
2008, 2009.
2009, 2010.
Steve Nash?
You said 2008, 2009.
No, 2009. LeBron James.
Okay.
And who won the championship those 2 years, back-to-back? Kobe, Lakers.
Yes.
And who did everybody else think should have been MVP? Arguably. Kobe. You said Kobe back then.
Absolutely.
But he got his ass waxed in the East. And he was number one seed. It was almost identical resume to Giannis. Best record in the East. Back-to-back MVP, best numbers. Win MVP, losing the playoffs as a one seed. And then Kobe wins the championship back-to-back. And everybody says, man, why didn't Kobe get MVP? He deserved it. But you didn't say that back then, but now that you're a Lakers fan.
I said that back then.
You said Lakers. You said Lakers.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
Because you was
LeBron,
he said Kobe back then.
LeBron's got the same criticism back then that Johnson get. But worse.
That's fair. Worse. But now you're flip-flopping when the numbers are all in favor of Giannis.
Listen.
And mind you have a guy that says there's only been one MVP in the history of the NBA that was second on his team in scoring. LeBron is second on every category on the Lakers but assists. Anthony Davis is the best player on that team. What?
That's just disrespectful.
Well, hold on.
And there's a reason why they were the heavy favorites of the Blazers. And now in the Nuggets series, because the biggest X factor is nobody can guard Anthony Davis.
It's a matchup issue, though.
That's the point. He had 37 and 15 last night. LeBron gets 15, 8 and 9 or something. And he goes, LeBron
played a whole fourth quarter, number one.
And neither did Anthony Davis.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
Anthony Davis was unstoppable in that
You
first
gotta watch
half.
the game, buddy, if you're gonna say that. Anthony Davis did play.
He was unstoppable in that game.
Listen, I know.
Man, you've never seen LeBron be unstoppable in the last 20 games. What are you talking about?
LeBron's played well in last year.
He's not even go LeBron plays well.
But the best player on that team has been Anthony Davis.
How?
He was the best player all season.
How?
Hold on.
Hold on. Go ahead. Hold on, seriously. Why do you think Anthony Davis not the best player?
Listen.
Now, when Brandon say, why is he the best player?
Go ahead.
Can I go?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm waiting on you. Go ahead.
The most valuable player has transformed over the years to the best player, allegedly. But most valuable don't mean the best. Or it would be the BP, not the MVP. So the most valuable player on that team is LeBron James. How can you say he's not?
I feel like the best player on that team has been Anthony Davis. And I think all the numbers support it. LeBron is the point guard. But by your standards, you give the MVP to a point guard every year like Chris Paul.
Anthony Davis
LeBron
disappears.
been there.
Anthony Davis will disappear in the second half sometimes. He'll disappear in the fourth quarter.
This is why Kyrie said that you can't play with LeBron, and Kevin Durant said it. Because you live in that shadow no matter what you do. It's like LeBron carried us.
No,
I'm not saying Anthony Davis ain't good.
Anthony Davis is the best. I told you he's the one defensive player of the year, and he's the best big in basketball.
He's the best player on the Lakers. And that's not a diss to LeBron. Anthony Davis might be the best
I don't think anything you ever say is just LeBron. I just don't think you care much for him. That's fine. I don't think you're dissing him by saying that. You have your own opinion. Everybody understands. You're not though. You say it. I think you say it to justify the things you say about him. You say I'm neutral, but you're not. Subconsciously, you're not neutral at all. Not even close.
All I do is give you the facts and the number. I was disappointed in LeBron last night because when LeBron was getting MVPs the same way Giannis was giving them, it was a different narrative. And then last night, I was happy for LeBron because you know he was upset. They asked you, hey, how do you feel about losing the MVP? I'm pissed off. But I'm not pissed no more, but I was pissed off. Because you think you should win, or you think you should be the MVP, you should be pissed off. And he said, well, I'm not pissed no more, I'm done. And the press conference keeps going on, and then he's like, I think we need to start voting by narratives. When the only reason LeBron got votes was because of the narrative. The whole 17 years, he's still playing well. That was LeBron's narrative. That's why he got votes. He didn't get votes because of his year.
Not the fact that he almost had a triple-double?
No, because the best player of his team by every
You get asked whether or not you feel disrespected by not getting enough votes.
You say yes, because he was.
And he did. But you're going to criticize what he said after that?
Because he kept going. He said, well, I'm done with it. And he was like, you know what? We changed the narrative, and he just kept on going. I'm like, this guy is sitting here crying, man.
You're crying about what he said.
No, I'm saying he gets the same criticism. So like 5 years ago, when LeBron didn't win MVP, he thought you should have won it. He said, well, the players know, And LeBron was vice president or president of the union, and Chris Paul was president, right? LeBron was president or vice president? He wasn't president. He was vice president. Yeah, he said, you know what? We're going to create our own award show, and the players will show you who the MVP was. And LeBron went to the award show, and the MVP was James Harden. He always tries to change the narrative so he can get the MVP. So just saying, you know what? I'm pissed off I didn't get the MVP. I thought I should have won it.
LeBron don't need to really vie for MVP. He didn't comment.
Yeah, but that's the point. And then he goes out there and buys for it.
And he got 4 of them.
He got 4.
So it ain't like honestly, John is probably the better numbers.
Not even close.
So I'm thinking, okay, that's cool. I'm not mad at Giannis getting the MVP. Should it have been a landslide? No. Absolutely not.
I'm saying that you should have better numbers when you play less competition.
Yeah, but you didn't take it away from LeBron back when he had the better numbers and he played against this competition and he didn't win either. It's a regular season award. Giannis was not the MVP of the playoffs. He was not by far. But the vote stopped March 11th or 12th, whatever it was, and I think the fact that we're 5 months after the season, people forget how great of a season he was having.
No, I don't think that.
And he was Defensive Player of the Year.
He had a great year, is what I'm saying.
No, he had an all-time great year.
And it was an all-time great year against an all-time bad Eastern Conference.
No, the East is not all-time bad.
You think it's good because there's a bunch of average teams fighting to be average.
Yeah, watching the East.
You cannot debate the East was not worse back when LeBron played in it.
No, because it had one of the best players in the league.
Who?
LeBron.
Oh my God! He was on the team. He was on that team like Giannis is.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
You can't take one of the best players in the league.
I don't see how you can say that when Dwayne Wade was in the East at the time. You had Dwight Howard in the East at the time.
Oh, now the Dwight is all-time great.
Is he not Hall of Famer?
He's a Hall of Famer.
Borderline.
I'm asking a question.
He's borderline.
Hall of Famer.
He's borderline.
I don't know what borderline Hall of Famer is. You're in or you're out.
He'll get it eventually. Not first ballot.
All right. So is Dwayne Wade the first ballot Hall of Famer?
I think so.
Was he not in the East when LeBron was in the East?
The East was terrible, man.
How? If Dwayne Wade was in the East, LeBron was in the East, you got arguably top.
Well, how can you make his history? Everybody knows how bad the East was.
You
said it was what? You
don't say LeBron won it when the East was bad and he got smacked.
You said the East was bad. I'm giving you players that were in the East that would make
the East
top
was
10
top 10
all
like 3 times. Detroit had a good run.
Is LeBron and D-Wade not top 10 all-time players?
All time, no. I don't think they were top 10 all time.
Dwayne Wade?
No.
How far out is it?
I don't know, but he's not top 10.
I'll say right now, in basketball, 9 out of the top 10 players reside in the Western Conference.
We have to go counting down. But you have some solid teams in the East.
You got
down to 4 or 5.
You got Tatum in Boston.
No, you got more than one player that's not being carried by one. You got Kemba Walker.
I count KD.
I'm not counting KD. You had Ben Simmons, MB for the Sixers. You had Jimmy Butler. Now you gonna call him bum.
I always call Ben. I always say, you ask my 76, my boy, he's a 76.
We're not gonna.
Ben Simmons ain't gonna do nothing. He's a bum.
I'm just saying, back then you thought Kobe was MVP. Now you're gonna say it the same way. LeBron was losing in the first round in the Eastern Conference Finals back when that's the one seed multiple years in the East. And Giannis did the same thing.
So my argument then was LeBron didn't deserve it.
You thought Kobe should have won it because you're a fan.
No, that's not the same thing. Hold on. The same thing was.
Don't hold on me like that. You say it with some respect. You gotta say it with some respect then.
My bad. Can you hold on?
I'm cool with it.
All right,
it's all good.
Listen, I said back then LeBron should have won it, Kobe should have won it.
You thought Kobe should have won it because he won the championship.
Now,
and he played in the Western Conference.
Again, I'm saying Giannis should have won it, LeBron should have. Because the same reason they played in the Western Conference.
That's valid. I'll give you that.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I'll give you that. That's fair. But you weren't saying he was the king of back then. Now he's a Laker. You're saying he deserves everything. Because you're a fanhood. You've always been that way your whole life. There's nothing wrong with it.
It's the Lakers. I'm not. He is.
Yeah.
17 years in. I mean, he earned the right to be called.
There goes the narrative again. I think Barkley said it best last night.
Here we go.
I think Barkley said it best. This is not what I said. Barkley was like, Giannis had better numbers across the board, and his team had the better record. They were 1-1 head-to-head. He said, and the only difference between the two guys is one guy got that guy had 37 tonight, and one guy had Chris Middleton. LeBron has another top 5 player in his team, and that's why their team's going to go further and a chance to win a championship. But
all right, we'll move on. But we'll move on because I don't want to go on. Because my next statement will let it on to some more.
Nuggets have a chance?
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta give Nuggets a chance.
They beat the Clippers. Like you can't have to not give them a chance. They beat they beat the most talented team in the NBA. I'll say that.
I would say the Nuggets. I mean, you can't say they don't have a chance, but
what?
I don't think
Man,
it's low because you don't have
They
nobody.
look like they belong on the same court.
No,
they look that way against the Clippers at times.
We'll see the biggest.
You can't do that against.
We'll see that. Like I'm not counting them out, but the thing is, the matchups just look bad. Like everybody said before the series started that they were going to have a problem with Jokic because they don't have a big man in the Clippers. They don't have a big man they play. Harold's their big man. He comes off the bench.
Zubac.
He didn't play though. They didn't play him. I like Zubac. They didn't play him. So now you have Anthony Davis, who can guard him on the Nuggets? Nobody. And I think when you have that kind of advantage, it's going to be hard to beat them. I think. Only way I give him a chance is if Michael Porter plays the way he played early in the bubble when he's getting 30 every night.
Yeah.
That gives him a chance because you got Porter scoring 30 and you got Murray 20, Jokic 25, 20. That gives you a chance in any.
Murray's still off of 50 at any point.
He's not scoring 50 no more. He's not playing the Jazz.
He had 40 on the Clippers.
He did.
Easy.
And they got 2 of the best wing defenders in the league.
I know.
Allegedly.
So there's no truth to it. It is truth to one of them. I know one of them is. Kawhi is tough. His boy is tough.
How did it take this long for us to realize Kawhi Leonard can't go left?
Kawhi does what he wants, man.
He goes right.
He can't go left.
He goes left and 2 dribbles, he pulls up in the lane. He's almost unstoppable.
Yeah, that's not going left. That's a pull-up jump shot.
Yeah, he goes left for 2 and he pulls up.
Why can't he go to the right with the left hand?
He's stronger to the right.
Everybody's stronger to the dominant hand.
You can't say a guy can go left when he can get 30 any night.
He's very
He
talented.
just got 30 in game 7.
He struggled. He should have been.
He can't get 30 every
And he was missing like bunnies. Well, they weren't bunnies, but he just never got it going. We got to leave East Side up. Huh? Jimmy Butler down there doing his thing.
Yo, the thing it's gonna tell you the issue having Jimmy. Because Jimmy's team will keep him in a game the entire game.
I agree with that.
And then the last 3 minutes,
that's all that matters.
This dude will have 3 defensive plays that turn into 6 points for them. And then he may be 3 of 15 the whole game. And he'll go to the rack, he'll do something crazy, and he'll make a shot that'll go up by 2 with 40 seconds to go. And it's like, it doesn't matter. That last 3 minutes, you know how they say game time? Nah, Jimmy Buckets, yo. Jimmy Buckets, I know 11 points sometimes, 12 points sometimes. He may get them last 11 in 3 minutes though. It's crazy how he shows up in the clutch.
The thing is, I agree with Jimmy had the worst 3-point percentage in the NBA this year for the amount of shots he took. But in the last 3 minutes, he makes game-winning threes. And he's always been a shut down defender.
No, I respect it. I just don't. This is gonna be disrespectful. Don't think the East is worth talking about.
Here's the thing I say about
Boston Celtics got a lot of talent over there.
I'll say this.
A lot.
They do.
I want your opinion on this.
Miami has a lot of talent.
They do. It's not enough.
And
there was years when everybody knew for 4 straight seasons or 3 straight it was going to be Warriors and Cavs. But so what? It don't mean that you don't count the rest of the team that's talented.
But we didn't know this year who it was going to be. Like we thought maybe the Bucks. But there we go.
They are who we thought they were.
Bubble change. But how do the Sixers let Jimmy Butler? I know I wouldn't have paid Jimmy Butler that max either, super max. But you keep Tobias Harris. He was the heart and soul of Philly.
You couldn't get the super max, but
Philly, I don't understand.
That's the only way he was going to stay though was for a max.
I don't know what Philly's doing up there.
They signed Tobias. They made a mistake.
Get rid of
Tobias got to go.
You can't trade Tobias. He got a max contract.
How long did the Sixers hold on to Ben Simmons?
They ain't getting rid of him.
You got to get one of them's got to
They
go.
will trade Embiid before they get rid of Simmons.
They'll trade him before he
But Embiid is the better player.
They'll trade Embiid before Ben Simmons finds a shot.
And you know why I say that? Is because right now they're saying the lead candidate for the job is D'Antoni.
oh god, that'd be nice.
Embiid don't fit a D'Antoni system.
That'd be nice.
Simmons don't really fit one either.
Oh, you get a running gun point guard like him.
I heard Ty Lue was the leading man for it.
Yeah, but now D'Antoni interviewed with him.
I heard LeBron was retiring. He was going to coach him. This is the rumors. All rumors.
He's got to do better, man, for me to respect him.
Philly, man, I don't know, man. Philly's coming like the new Cleveland Browns.
No.
Philly was picked last year to go to the finals.
Like the Cleveland Browns.
And they lost to Kawhi.
Like an embarrassment.
Gave up everybody.
They're not as bad. No, they're not bad. Like, they're not as bad as a Cleveland team would be. I'm just saying they're becoming that. Like, here we go again.
No, because they're usually good though. Think about it. Sixers had the best record in the NBA at home. They were 30-2, I think, before they got shut down. They were unbeatable at home. They beat the Lakers. They beat the Clippers.
And they lost in the playoffs.
I think Brett Brown deserves like a front office job with the Sixers.
No, he doesn't. Well, you think you
Trust that process enough already?
You out Brand?
How long you gonna trust that damn process? Brett Brown ain't it.
No, the thing that hurt the Sixers was they got rid of what's his name, Serge, the shooter.
Yeah.
And they got rid of Redick. If you got a point guard that can't shoot at
I'm gonna read this comment. Joe Watson, Simmons gotta go. He's gone. He didn't even sit in the coach's huddle, D. That's when we were at the Dallas Mavericks game. Me and him. Joey was taunting Embiid and Simmons the entire time. We were sitting next to the bench. I understand why players get kicked out. That's not like don't say that. That's my guy.
Hey, got your ass up out there.
Nah, man.
It's good to have friends with white privilege. Sometimes.
You don't have white privilege. That wasn't white
Me
privilege.
and you had this talk about Millie getting on the sideline all these big games.
I don't know.
Hey, Oakley gets on the Knicks game.
Hey, Joe, I don't think it was white privilege. Well, they hate Oakley in New York. The owner does.
Oh, nobody hates Oakley.
What are you talking about? The owner hates Oakley in New York.
The owner is the most hated person in
That's why he got kicked out of the game. The owner said he got to go.
The owner got rid of Spike.
That's how you do it.
Hold on, what about Toronto's owner? What was their reason?
Nah, I wasn't the owner. I'm talking about
Oh, that was security. The cops. Sheriff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys are tripping, man.
For what?
No, when Brett is tripping for his boy. We all like Joe. Joe's my guy, too.
Joe dropped 35.
I don't feel like he had it that night. I don't think that's what it was. I was there.
I'm not saying it just was convenient for me to say.
Joe, they tripping, Joe. I got your back. Love you, Joe. Joe's been rocking out in the black community for years.
You can rock out any community.
NFL Week 1.
Come here, Joe.
Cutting my man like that.
Joe's my guy, too, I just said.
I gotta stick up for him. He's not here. If it was you, if it was 7 about you, I said I'd be on your heels.
Nobody came at him for you to come up to go out.
NFL Week 1.
You're right. You're right.
What we got? First of all, let's go to this first.
It wasn't personal.
Thank you.
I just want to be right.
Bruce Arians calling out Tom Brady publicly.
He's a bum.
Whoa.
Tommy's a bum. I've been saying it for weeks, for years. He didn't call him out. He just said the facts. He didn't look like Tom Brady. Wait, he had him for like 3 seasons.
I agree.
He just said what everybody else is saying.
I was wild.
Tommy is the Hall of Famer. I don't even probably the best quarterback ever, best NFL player ever, whatever. But he's a bum. He's 42 years old. He's going to be a bum.
He's 43.
He's 43. He's a 43-year-old bum.
What's his name from
And he looks 43. He looks like a guy who's 43 years old.
Go ahead, baby. Did you hear what he said? Bruce Arians said?
No.
He went to the press conference. He was like, it was surprising that Belichick don't say nothing. He's like, it was surprising seeing Tom out there. He's like, he looked like Tom Brady in practice, and he went out here, and he didn't play well. He said both those picks were on him. Bold statements.
Hey, if you're Arians, though, you're just tired of seeing interceptions.
You are tired.
But you're like, oh my God.
He's like, I said, Davis, and I lose this game because of pick sixes again?
Like, that's what he dealt with all last year. He's just tired of it. I think that's what he was thinking. Like, it don't matter who I get. If they go, it's still happening.
Anyway, you're coaching right now.
saying
Fair or foul?
From the rip.
You don't call him out in the media. Foul.
I don't.
Fair or foul?
I don't call nobody out in the media, but I'm not Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians is a Hall of Fame coach.
We're unanimous. I feel like Arians handled it wrong. Maybe to motivate Brady, but you handle that in-house.
Now,
Arians has been,
but he was right though.
He's a feather ruffler.
he came from.
Arians does that.
But hold on. Tom Brady came from being bashed in meetings, not being bashed in the public. Now he's probably not being bashed in the meetings much, and just Bruce Arians came at him in public.
Who would you want?
I would rather you talk to me, and I'd rather you do it in the meeting, like a normal person, like anybody else on the team.
Real quick, what did he say that was so wrong though?
Nothing. I don't think that was.
Well, we all said foul because I don't think you can bash your quarterback in public.
What did he bash him with?
It's like Jason Tatum. Tatum was right the other day about, not Tatum, I'm sorry, Michael Porter. You weren't going to beat that team with 2 guys. You had to move the ball around. But you don't say that to the media. You say that, you keep it in-house.
But no, I think something like that, everybody watched the game. And everybody see what you saw.
Yeah, but
you're not hiding it. They're like, hey, listen.
But when he says
you didn't look like Tom. You know what I mean?
But the way he said it though, he's like, it's shocking to see Tom play that bad when he was Tom Brady.
That's what he said.
But when he said they're both on him,
yeah,
that was bad too.
Yeah, he said that too.
He could have said, hey, it was on.
He's the quarterback. He threw bad balls.
It was miscommunication.
You gotta see the film.
Gotta see the film. Miscommunication all the time. And there's stuff that we can say to this guy.
Brady's out there spilling, come on guys, in his annoying voice. Like he's
talk about
Hey, Ron Bass said,
why did Tom Brady do that? And he's just like, they said it on SportsCenter and NFL Network. Tom still has that fire. And then when Des Bryant does it, he's a cancer. Like, I hate that, man. Why is it Cam Newton gets somebody, every time he scores a touchdown, he gives the football to a little kid, but he's cocky. But Drew Brees, he yell up and down the sideline, he's passionate.
You know why?
Cam Newton got in a fight last week.
They try to snatch his chain, man. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, it don't happen to Tom.
Yo, they try to snatch my man's chain. Miami. He's trying to shake hands. They try to snatch it twice. Cam was a big man to try to snatch.
I'm just saying.
They didn't get my chain though.
Who's Rob Bass? He said, so Mark the Raider fan, he's never going to he's always going to hate Tom Brady, no matter what.
I just said Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time.
I'm just saying what Rob Bass said. Don't go off on me.
What's that?
Rob Bass. Rob Bass. You know who that is?
Is that our cousin?
No one ever uses their name no more. They don't use their real name.
I thought it might be Robert.
You mean the artist?
Rob Bass.
No, seriously.
Yeah,
this it's the same thing they do with. I'm not gonna bring LeBron back. Bring somebody else into it. But when your time is your time, man. Brady's the GOAT. I don't think you can debate it anymore. I don't know who you were arguing with for being the greatest. But when you look at him at the field last year, he was not Tom Brady no more. I hold him to the Tom Brady standard.
So you're saying he's like the Vinny Testaverde that played for the Cowboys?
No, he's never gonna be Vinny.
No, you always get held to that standard. So don't.
He's just not. He could go deep no more. They won because of their defense and a good run game and great coaching.
Hey, Rob Bass is our cousin. I looked him up.
I told you, that's
got Rudolph somewhere, man.
Yeah, how about them Eagles going on 1, Rob?
Anyway, Tom Brady. How about you guys think about this?
We should talk about that too. That's part of week 1.
We'll get there.
Hold on. Tom Brady joined a new team. Right?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Correct?
Correct.
Hold on, before you go.
Wait, I didn't cut me off.
I'm not going to cut you off. I'm going to add this in.
I didn't cut him off, did I?
No, I'm not cutting him off. I want him to finish. I wanted to add this. Because last year when I told you Tom looked bad, you agreed. You said, well, he got no weapons around him. Continue.
Okay.
He got a lot of weapons.
Let him go.
That one's out. Yeah, go ahead.
You got it done or you finished?
Both.
Okay. All right, so Rob, I'm here to talk about Rob Baseman. I'm ready to start dancing. Tom Brady, fact or fiction, join a new team.
Fact.
After how many years?
20.
20 years.
Is it 20?
Yeah.
After 20 years. Second, Tom Brady joined the new team during a national pandemic where he didn't have any OTAs.
Pause. Whoa. No.
I think you said, I thought he, okay.
Tom Brady was violating the pandemic, made national news every week at that playground, at that school, working out with his wife. Continue.
Working out is not OTA.
I'm just saying, he was the only one violating it. He was down there with the whole dinner, the whole team.
Did he or did he not? We don't know who was there.
They had it on Sports Center. Tom said he didn't care. Where's the rest?
I watched the same Sports Center you saw. It was just a couple black guys cutting some balls with Tom Brady.
Whoa.
So what?
Whoa, you're aggressive.
Listen, he was getting work, but nobody else was getting work. Continue.
You know, Tom Brady was the only guy out there throwing basketball around?
Just saying.
Nobody was out there working?
Pretty high profile. He had a Gronk out there with him.
I saw Lamar Jackson throwing balls to Antonio Brown.
Yeah, they were not.
They were all hooked up.
Continue.
Right there.
Alright, anyway. So there was no OTAs, like I said originally. And you want this guy. Oh, wait. And training camp, was there any preseason games? No.
This is probably a different time now. He wasn't going to play for us anyway.
He might have played.
He didn't play for the Patriots.
Well, it's a new team. New offense.
So making it.
New offense. Oh, yeah.
I'm done. I'm not finished, but I'm
It
done.
sounds like you want to say we're making excuses.
That's what it sounds like.
New offense. New offense coordinator. For the first time since he's been at Michigan.
Shout out to Byron Leftwich.
Shout out to Byron Leftwich. Shout out to Bruce Arians.
Wait, what?
Correction. Not the first time he had a new offensive coordinator because McDaniels went to Denver for 4 years.
Real quick, Byron Leftwich?
He's the offensive coordinator for the Bucks.
Yes.
He used to be the quarterback for the Jaguars.
How do you think that's working for Tom?
Came from Marshalls.
Hey,
Could you imagine being
no
Tom?
black coach bashing on this show.
No, I'm not black. No bashing.
You can bash when they suck.
I'm talking about Byron Leftwich. Was he ever good?
You ain't got to be a great player to be a good coach.
You're Tom
was
Brady.
a good player.
Most of the good
You're
coaches,
Tom Brady.
Most of the good coaches were bad players.
You're Tom Brady.
And for one, he was a good player when you get the most exclusive job in professional sports and start an NFL quarterback.
You're Tom Brady. You come to the Bucks,
Good point.
and they give you Byron Leftwich.
First of all, Byron's been there way before Brady, and he's been doing a good job, and he had a quarterback that threw for 5,000 yards last year.
Okay, you're Tom Brady,
Not
and
his
you get
fault.
Byron
I'm just saying your comment's a little misleading.
He raised a good point.
He had 30
I'm
yards.
saying, so you can't, you draw the plays up for a team that Brady looked like struggled last week. They would have scored 30 with Winston, they would have lost 38-30.
Because he was the two.
He would have threw 3 picks, but he would have been slinging that thing. Pause.
Remember I texted the group chat last week and said, if Winston was still the quarterback in Tampa Bay, they'd be in this
They
game.
probably win it.
Brady looked like a new quarterback in a new system after a pandemic.
Brady looked like Brady looked last year and the year before that.
So there's still hope.
Yes.
Oh, it's early. It's week 1. We're overreacting, but
Look, no, we're not. Because this is a continuation
Oh, yeah.
from last year. Brady sucks now.
Brady does not suck.
All right?
No, I think he's an average
still
quarterback.
Thomas.
He's an average
He's still
quarterback.
Thomas. He just sucks. I'd rather have Mitch Trubisky.
Brady will lead us.
Damn, I ain't signing on to that.
Brady will lead
Now.
us to the playoffs.
I'd rather have Matt Stafford, Trubisky, I think. Right
Well, I agree with you only for one reason, because you get, what do we get now? You get the extra team in the playoffs now. You get 3 wild cards, 4 wild
Would you
cards.
rather have Jimmy G?
No.
I don't know.
No. I'm not going to say Thomas.
Jimmy G's a
Garoppolo ain't
winner.
done nothing yet.
Porn star Jimmy's a winner, baby.
They lost last week to Arizona.
Shout out to Tom Brady, man. This week
Yeah,
one,
I
I'm not
already
bashing you yet, Tom. You still my guy, man. TV too cool.
See, I was saying earlier about his loyalty. He don't care about what it looks like. He's just gonna stick with him, no matter what.
I'm glad they for being loyal. I'm a loyal guy.
Yeah.
Can we go to can we talk about the Eagles now?
First of all,
Before we go to that, what about Cam? Oh, Cam.
They played the Dolphins. No, I was unimpressed.
I was beat the Eagles out there.
I was. What?
No, I'm still sad. But no. To see Cam out there running again.
Oh, it was a great thing to see at the state. They played the Dolphins.
He didn't look great passing the ball, but he looked like it was fun to see Cam.
Even him running, he looked like it hadn't been a while.
And speaking of which, I gotta say it. Cam had the highest miles per hour run last week, and he did it twice. When he got caught at over 20 miles per hour on his runs. This guy's 6'5", 6'4", 6'5".
6'4".
That's unbelievable, man.
People don't realize how great these athletes are at playing in professional sports. Cam, I told you guys months ago on this podcast when you said like something, should Cam start over Stidham or something?
No. Nobody said that.
And I said it shouldn't even be a conversation.
And what did I say? It's not a conversation. It's just coach speak in June.
Well, I don't even know why it was disrespectful to Cam. When Cam signed his big deal after this year, hopefully he lets them know how disrespectful he was. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is ridiculous. Cam is still one of the best quarterbacks in the league, one of the best athletes in the league, and he showed it last week.
He's going to throw the ball better, though. He's going to throw the ball better. Do you think he can stay healthy running the ball 15 to 18 times a game like he had to do last week?
I'm surprised he ran him 15 to 18 times a game.
You know, Bill's going to do what Bill got to do.
To win the football game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if we'll have Cam that long if he does that. I don't know if he stays healthy. I hope he does, though.
We have a comment from Jim Whiteside that said, let's talk about wheelchair Wentz.
He's scary, man.
How'd you guys lead on that?
Joe, how about them Cowboys?
We all
Hold on,
baby.
I'm going to be out the loop. Why is he calling wheelchair Wentz?
Because he's always hurt.
Oh, you didn't get hurt last week, did you?
He got hurt in the playoff, bro.
I'm not blaming Wentz for the concussion.
Every season.
No, it was a dirty hit.
It's not a dirty hit, but I'm not blaming him for the concussion.
Definitely a dirty hit. You don't know. You probably didn't even watch the game.
First of all, everybody knows that on this show, I'm the one that watches everything.
You watch the playoffs. You're not playoff watching.
Clowney, one down, try to make a tackle, and you
Clowney
go down, your head
held
goes with you. He made a tackle.
Clowney didn't put his arm around him at all. He dove head first onto his helmet.
Clowney got cleared by Troy Vincent by the NFL. He was not fined, and he was not suspended.
Man, that was just black on black brothers. That's all that
not
was.
fined. He was not
That's
suspended.
all that was, man.
They gave him a fine for not wearing your socks right in the NFL. He was not fined.
That's black privilege?
Yeah, it was black privilege.
It's the same Troy Vincent that gave all these other guys long suspensions. He still ain't let Gordon back.
That watch was shining, man. I got like caught my eye from the side. I was wondering like there's a light on over there or something.
Nah, ain't no light.
We going on Wentz or what? Don't try to change the subject.
My fault. It was a watch.
He looks scared.
I ain't gonna say that he looks scared.
First of all, number one, let's stop for a second.
It was
Because
the fanhood.
no.
Guys,
Wentz, so the first 2 quarters, Wentz looked amazing. We all knew that. We've seen it happen. And at some point, a quarterback looks like, let me finish.
First quarter, 2 quarters.
He said he got to do 2 quarters.
It was 17-7 at halftime. So let's say he started to look like a quarterback that was getting hit too much. Because at some point, quarterbacks, when you take that many hits, you start to become hesitant.
Would you not?
No, is that not true?
No, hold on.
We all been around football. If your quarterback is constantly getting hit, killed, or whatever, he starts to become hesitant with everything.
That's fair, but is he getting hit because he's holding the ball way too long than he did last year?
I think he's holding the ball a little long, but I also believe when you have one guy that was a starter at the beginning of your season, at the end of the game, still playing with your O-line, I'd be scared too. You got a guy that's never played an NFL down before as your left tackle.
Your right tackle. Their strength and conditioning coach, because I feel like it's the same story every year with the Eagles O-line.
I was thinking that myself.
I'm just thinking that we're making excuses for a quarterback because they're Philly fans.
The excuses, we're not making excuses for Wentz.
No, the B-Way said last year he's holding the ball too long. It's the truth.
What he's doing since his rookie year?
Number one, Wentz was a playoff quarterback last year. Let's not forget that. Yeah, he made a loss in the first round, whatever.
He made the play with 9-7.
It doesn't matter. He did what he had to do to go there. I remember Wentz throwing 3 game-winning touchdowns to make it to the playoffs
against the Redskins and the Giants
and the Cowboys.
The worst division in football last year.
That's not like an excuse to me.
No,
he
here's
went
the
to the
excuse.
playoffs.
If Brady's hard on every
People always forget that.
but when it's
still
Wentz, he
happen.
makes excuses.
Who?
Wentz is holding the ball.
Who did I say anything else
And
about?
if your line is not good, you get rid of the ball quick. You don't wait for Rager or Deshaun Johnson.
They ain't got nobody to throw to.
They got what was all over the field. They got Goddard. They got Goddard. They got Dallas Goddard. They got Zach Ertz, top 5 tight end in the league. They got Deshaun Jackson and Jalen Rager on the outside.
Don't say Jalen Rager and Deshaun. He's still Deshaun and Jalen Rager like you're not.
I'm just saying. I'm not even
like don't say you got one ball over the field
that.
when he don't have another one receiver.
He's holding the ball too long.
And that's fine. I actually agree with that.
Yeah, we're
like, does he have a number 1 receiver? Does anybody think he has a number 1 receiver?
Deshaun.
Nah, no. Period. Does he have a number 1 guy? Alshon's out. Even though I don't think he'd be a number 1 guy. No, a receiver.
From a typical one, but how many?
A receiver. Does he have a number 1 receiver?
I would say no. Well, if he doesn't count Ertz.
Don't say he has weapons all over the field.
He does have weapons all over the
He
field.
don't even have a number 1 receiver.
How much money is he getting paid a year?
More than that.
More than that.
More than that.
More than that.
But he got 2 years to the playoffs. Dak be missing the playoffs.
This is what I'm going to say about Carson. I think Carson's a good quarterback. I told you I'd take him over Dak.
He's just scared.
But no, it ain't that he's scared. I don't think he's a tough guy. He's from North Dakota. He's a tough player.
They're all tough out there.
That's
How many people you know from North Dakota?
no.
Come on.
If you look at North Dakota, you probably know. But look, the reason why he's tough is because that's the reason why he's holding the ball so long. He'll take off. He'll hold the ball long. He's not Eli Manning. He's not avoiding hits. He wants the hits. But it's detrimental to the Eagles. He fumbled more than any quarterback in the NFL last year. Luckily, he recovered half of them, but he's fumbling a lot. And he's taking sacks that shouldn't be sacks. That's all I'm saying about Carson.
I agree. He shouldn't take sacks. The sacks that he's taking, I bet you 60, 70% of them
And the thing
should be
is,
avoided.
when you're putting Wentz where some of the Eagle fans are putting him at as far as how good he is, you can't make excuses. Like when Aaron Rodgers didn't have no receivers, he made a receiver. Devontae Adams was a number 1 receiver, he made him a number 1 receiver. Dan Marino made guys number 1 receiver. You're that good, you gotta make guys, you make guys good.
Alright, so I would say this. What's going on with the Eagles is most of our play calling is for downhill routes by our receivers. And if we throw underneath, chances are it's going to a tight end. Maybe that's the issue. That he's holding the ball too long. I thought he was holding the ball too long too. But there's nothing coming under. There's nothing coming under unless he's throwing the one of the tight ends.
You're telling me Doug Peterson one of the best coaches in the league.
You know what I got a problem with? And this is another thing. This also hurts.
This Hopkins cuts me off.
Did I?
You yelled too. Go ahead, no problem.
I apologize.
No worries.
No, go ahead, man.
What do you think?
No, you feeling some hurt. I don't want to hurt your feelings.
I already forgot now. I forgot what I was going to say.
You sure?
Yes.
You done? You finished. That's your go-to now.
Are you good?
I'm done.
Are you good or are you not good?
Are you finished?
I want to see where he was gonna go with it.
I forget where I was going to go, but I was going.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to keep listening because I don't even know what. I didn't know what he was gonna say.
Tell you what listening.
I wasn't listening, so I just jumped.
Jumped out there. I'm like,
Because I was thinking about my thought and I just forgot you were talking. That's my bad.
I was talking about the coaching staff. You said that he was he's considered one of the best coaches in the. He is. But when you're a head coach, there's a lot of stuff going on. And maybe he's not focused on the offense as much as he should be or was in the beginning. And we see that with the lack of play that, Winston Wentz digressed. And I think he's not getting better.
You done?
I'm done.
I was listening that time.
Good.
I agree with you. I think Doug Peterson, he won a Super Bowl.
I'm not knocking Doug.
And that team that he won the Super Bowl with may not have been one of the most talented teams. I think the Patriots are the better team in that Super Bowl. Me personally, I think Bill might have got a little out-coached that day.
We were the best team.
Bill might have got. Obviously won the Super Bowl. But I think Patriots had more talent on their team. They were a better team.
So you're playing the Wentz then?
No. So I was just going on.
He won with Foles.
What I'm saying is I want to say something about last week's game. And so our starting running back was out. They looked like a team that couldn't run the ball, which they couldn't. So they were relying on Wentz to drop back 30, 40 times. Their O-line's already hurt. So you're relying on a makeshift O-line, which means Peters moved out to tackle when you started at guard in the beginning of the season, then you had 3 other guys that come in that weren't planning on playing on Sunday. We had that rugby player that's 6'7", that's never played the NFL down before, and he's your right tackle. And then you don't have Miles Sanders.
What's your point?
One of the better running backs.
Excuses for
what I'm saying is, they look like a team that was injury prone. They look like they didn't have all their guys. That's exactly what they look like.
Would you agree with what B-Way said?
Not making an excuse for a quarterback that don't have his offensive line, and a starting running back, and a starting receiver. That's not excuses. Those are the facts. Alshon Jeffrey was out, Miles Sanders was out, and 3 of his offensive linemen were out. That's not making excuses. That is giving you the facts of what was going on in that game.
Yeah, but every NFL team that has issues with receivers or offensive line, if you're good, you're good. B-Way said he's not getting better, and I agree with him. I haven't seen great improvement from Wentz from 3 years ago. Have you?
No, he was an MVP 3 years ago.
He was not MVP.
He was an MVP candidate 3 years ago.
He did not win it.
So if he is that good, if he's just that he didn't improve since then, okay, well he's still.
I'm a Raider fan, and Derek Carr was MVP candidate 4 years ago, and I told you this year if he does not perform, he's got to go.
I think he's going anyway.
If he doesn't perform, he's got to go. He's since he's got hurt, he has not been the same Derek Carr. He turned into a dink and dunker. And I'm a diehard Raider fan. But I call it how I see it. Now, you got Eagle fans saying he hasn't improved. I didn't see him improve. And you're making excuses for him. I don't understand that.
I gave out facts. I didn't say nothing about Carson the whole time. I said they look like a team. I didn't even say Carson's name when I said that. I said they look like a team. They were missing a bunch of guys.
Here's my concern about
Wentz. So how's that excuse for Wentz?
From watching every Eagle game, because I will do the watch games with Darren. We watch Raider Eagles side by side. Wentz, the Eagles did not play well, and then Wentz got hurt, and Foles came back in again, and it looked like a completely different team. That happened twice. Not the first time he just continued what Wentz was doing, because Wentz was an MVP candidate, and then the Eagles really struggled, and Wentz had the back injury, and then Foles came in, and it looked like a Super Bowl team again. So you're starting to see signs of, all right, is Wentz what we think he is?
Is Foles what we think he is?
Foles is not.
He can't even start in Chicago.
No, but that shows you.
But he's good at any hood. He's good at any Philadelphia hood.
He is, but that shows you that it's not Doug Peterson though. Because Doug Peterson won with Foles, who I never thought was good. I never thought Foles was good.
Honestly, but you see the difference in play calling when he has Foles. He runs a lot of.
Okay, I'll ask you this. You're going to this for a while now. What else? How long has he got with you? How long has he got with you before you start thinking about Jalen Hurts? Never?
No, I don't want him there.
What about after this year? If he doesn't play well this season?
I don't think Jalen Hurts is the answer.
Maybe not. But
I think Carson is the answer. I don't know.
But how long are you going to give him?
He showed so many.
I'm giving it the whole season.
I was asking you a question.
I'm not a guy that's like, yo, get rid of this guy. I'm not that kind of fan.
He don't.
Plus, he's on my fantasy team.
That's where
I need that guy.
Fanhood.
With Carson,
shout out to Winners Win, who beat my co-host this week by a significant margin.
He had a good week. No one could predict Calvin Ridley going to 35.
I did. That's why.
No, you did not. Stop.
Hold on. Carson Wentz. He makes plays where you're like, man, this guy is special.
Last year, that won the Redskins.
Yeah,
one of the best possessing quarterback all season.
Yeah,
but you got to be consistent.
That's why he gets the hopes up from everybody, from the fans. Like, man, if he plays like that consistently,
he'd be the great.
He'll be that guy.
He threw 3 game-winning touchdowns last year.
Yeah, but you had to be down a lot though.
To Greg Ward.
Why can't we be up?
Why can't you be up?
No, who is it?
Why can't we be?
What was it? Who's the quarterback in college?
You're answering your own question.
Right, I'll give you this though. The Redskins, Giants won 2 games.
It was 1 game. It was 1 week.
Hold on, Brandon. Wait.
I don't understand what the problem is. What are we talking about here?
You're talking about game-winning plays against a team that won 2 games last year. A team that won 3
he threw game-winning passes to a divisional team. We all know everybody in the division plays you tougher, no matter how bad they are. Would you agree with that?
Who had the first pick in the draft last year?
I don't even care. I don't know.
The Redskins. Who had the number 2 pick? The Giants.
Great.
You were down like 14 of those teams.
And we won the game and went to the playoffs.
Yeah, but
what are you saying?
I'm not giving you a bunch
All right, was Cowboys in the playoffs last year?
Yeah.
Were the Raiders in the playoffs last year? No.
Why is he changing the subject?
Because y'all are saying things about the quarterback when y'all got quarterbacks in your own goddamn team.
I just told you my quarterback.
I'm sorry, you were just an innocent bystander. You're right, I'm sorry.
Quarterback that don't play well this year, who threw for $5 grand last year.
Hey, you were innocent bystander. I apologize. That wasn't towards you.
How long has he got with you? Because it seems like it don't matter what he does with you.
That's not true. You can call it saying you see this guy play bad for 1 week.
It wasn't 1 week, Brandon.
The first week of the season. What else have we seen?
Last season.
He went to the playoffs with nobody.
He wasn't good.
What is your argument? What's your argument?
It's because nobody else is
Hold
good.
on. You didn't say it. What's your argument with him going to the playoffs?
Worst division in the NFL. I said it already.
What's your argument with him going to the playoffs?
Worst division in the NFL.
Someone's going to win it tomorrow. Someone's going to the playoffs.
They were giving it. They were giving it. They were giving it last
The
year.
Bears went to the playoffs with Richard Trubisky. That make him a great quarterback?
I mean,
That make him a great
they
quarterback?
had a great defense. They had the Eagles play defense.
Good
The Eagles
defense.
have a good defense.
They played good last
Ask
year.
anybody. That secondary was like Taylor McCaskey.
The Eagles had the top
No,
five.
I make a shot at McCaskey. I'm just saying.
Hold on.
It sounded like it.
Hold on. You're an Eagle fan. You just said he hasn't improved in 3 years.
I didn't say nothing about him not improving.
Has he improved?
What I'm saying is, he took his team to the playoffs last year.
Has he improved?
If he did, you would say Carson Wentz was what? If Carson Wentz was a bum, he didn't do what he supposed to do.
I'm not
last
saying
year.
he's a
He ain't
bum.
gonna win. But he goes to the playoffs, what happens? He's a quarterback that took his team to the playoffs.
Yo, was Tony Romo a bum?
I like Tony. I thought you were better.
Okay.
I thought
You
you were better than him.
You were with Dak.
You are with that, absolutely.
I like that.
But Dak's good now. Dak's good.
We gotta wrap it
Dak
up.
ball last year.
You're right. We gotta put a bow in it.
How long we going?
No, we're done.
Maybe we got a lot of stuff left.
It's been over an hour. Let's go. An hour and 10 minutes. We're done.
Yes.
We done or we finished?
We're about to be
It's
finished.
11. It's late.
Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in.
By the way, Jack says he put up the same numbers as Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
And yes, he did. Pat Mahomes was out for 2 games, so.
Right. You gotta read the room. Read the room. When I'm wrapping the show up, don't come in.
I always do though. No. I always do.
Read the room.
No, I always do.
Dak is the biggest fan guy I've met in my life.
I'm not reading nothing.
I know, you just jump in. Like,
I should be allowed to jump in.
I'm trying to bring it home.
Shout out to Greg Wyman. He's watching, so much you got. Mr. Wyman from.
Oh, what up? Great shout out to Media Heights.
Yeah, Mr.
Read the room, we ain't done yet. People are still watching.
Mr. Wyman's watching. These things are like 15.
Big Ten's back October 24th. Let's go.
Talking about it next week. They're back October 24th.
We got time.
We got time.
Roy Jones ain't made a mistake fighting Mike Tyson.
He did.
Everyone gonna find out.
I'm not fighting.
Yo, read the room, man. We done.
Ty Lawson got you out of China.
Read the room.
Chinese girls got bad booties.
Yo, we out here. Yo, get out of here.
I'm trying to wrap it up. Listen, man. We appreciate everybody tuning in to the late night Opinionated Facts. We might be late. We don't know when we're leaving. We don't know when we're coming. We just pop up on you. But the show is always out Monday on YouTube as well. Make sure you guys tune in to everything TCP. Man, it's abundance. Tomorrow on Sunday, you got Say Less. You got Sit Down with the Johnsons. Monday, you got the morning show. You got the Antidote with Dr. Johnny Vega. He calls himself Dr. Johnny Vega, man.
No, he asked you if he's a doctor.
Yeah.
I was just curious. I know him. I never knew he had 8 years of schooling.
Dr. Johnny Vega, man. His name is we're riding with.
That was just his name.
That's his name. Oh, Dr. Johnny Vega, man. Is Lil Wayne with him?
He was when he was rapping. He was a kid. He was a child. He dropped the
We're gonna ask Johnny if he got the PhD.
All right, man. We'll holler at Johnny when we can.
It don't matter. He probably had it from somewhere, the streets or something. Don't matter if he had. His name is Dr. Johnny Vega. His mama's called him Dr. Johnny Vega. We're gonna call him Dr.
You're acting like it was disrespect. I asked you a question about him, man. I was wondering.
I ain't on the doctor himself. I don't know where the argument started. I said Dr. Johnny.
Man, you gotta read the room. I gotta read the room sometimes.
Tuesdays, you know, you got
The 10th floor.
Shout out to the 10th floor. Hey, the 10th floor is gonna be on Say Less tomorrow for that matchup. Check that thing out. And after 10th floor, you got Hip Hop and Politics with Mr. Lupton. I don't know if he has a nickname or not.
Yeah, DJ Quiet Storm, Just Down, and Nina Liddy.
Yes. Wednesday, they're back with the morning show. If you ain't watching the best morning show in Central Pennsylvania, make sure you guys do that.
Hey.
Thursday, our producer is back at it. King's Court in the building.
We back.
What you guys are talking about?
This week we're gonna get into some deep stuff. I'll let you guys know Monday morning. Tune in on the morning show.
I put you on the spot, my bad.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, then Friday, Saturday, you catch us, and then we do it all over again, man. Shout out, Greg. What you got for us?
I was trying to come up with something.
I gave you a long time.
I know, you did. I wasn't reading the room properly. I didn't know when you were going to finish.
But so shout out to Don Gaskins and Ron Bass and Jack and Mr. Wyman and your brother Joey Way and Venasia, because they're tuning in. That's who I can see right now on there. And I want to shout them out for watching.
Games, what up? That's that Rudolph.
I'm gonna give 2 shout outs. One more, not as important as the second one.
Oh, wait.
Why would you say that?
The one's not as important.
Why would you put it out there? Now when you do it, it's going to be like, well, that person like, well, I wasn't.
The one's in jet and fun, and one is serious. But
Hold on. I got another nickname for him. AKA the Black Skip Bayless. Go ahead.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Black Skip. It's terrible.
It actually works a lot, actually.
You feel it?
Yeah, I feel it.
We got 2 Shannons over there.
What you call me?
Shannon Sharp.
That's a good one. Uncle Shay Podcast. Shannon Sharp to start the podcast.
First shout out to that boys Winners Win, who's going to go 2-0 against his co-host week 1 and week 2. We promise you that.
Did you guys shout out first?
Yeah, shout out. I don't play them. All them guys out there playing football. GM. So shout out to Winners Win. Them boys going to go 2-0 against these 2. And then serious shout out to Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Supreme Court Justice that passed away last night.
Rest in peace.
I mean, this is serious times. We don't want the court going. I don't understand why it is conservative or liberal. The court should supposed to be neutral.
The law's the law, right?
The law is the law. It should be interpreted regardless of who appointed you. But I'm not going to go on the diatribe. Shout outs to a lady that fought for women's rights over the years. I thought she was going to hold on. She fought cancer multiple times, and rest in peace. And that's all I got.
Appreciate it. That's a good one. Shout out to Dixon for being back with the family, man. We miss you. Got this thing looking 10 times better. Shout out to the 7-letter family as always. Shout out to high school football is back in the building. PIAA started this week in the state of Pennsylvania.
Shout out to Columbia.
Damn, that's cold-blooded. Dang, Charlie, Rick James you.
That's not true. I know what kid that plays there.
No, don't try to fix it. You go and hop on that horse.
Better ride it.
Better ride it.
You're the one that said you played well. Shout out to...
You didn't know that.
I do know his name. He's a junior. His name's Frank.
You already know that.
He's a junior.
Nobody calls him Frank. That's a soft spot.
Shout out to Mr. Colazzo.
Anyway, like I was saying, man, shout out to high school football being back. Everybody in the state of Pennsylvania who got the chance to play. Hope you guys played your hearts out. You never know when this thing's going to end. They can be taken from you at any time, and you know you guys know that now. So, shout out to that. Man, I think that's it from there.
Mika said some friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was below the belt for B-Way.
No, it's not.
We know B-Way I hurt more than that.
But shout out to
No, don't do it. No, don't take my shout out. Don't take my shout out. You was all against me. Both of y'all were just against me.
I wasn't against you.
Shout out to Buck Kyle, man. He's been there 4 years. You're doing that thing up right. Salute to him, man, and just being a great coach.
And I want all hot cubs cold. All hot cubs.
So I mean,
you want all hot tubs cold.
All hot tubs cold. I ain't gonna say nothing bad with no high school. I got a reference.
CCP runs the world. We out of here, baby. Hey, support black colleges.
The champ is here.
That's it.
The champ is here. The champ is here.
Oh, you can say it. You can say it a little bit.
Sit back down.
Is more than a mask. This is power. Your power. To keep stores and businesses open. To cheer for the home team. To enjoy your favorite treats. To protect your family and community. The power to help beat this crisis is in your hands. All you have to do is wear it on your face. Let's mask up.
Hey, it's morning. Wake up, guys. It's TCP in the morning.
Wake up!
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up!
Wake up. Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up! It's TCP in the morning.
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 It's TCP in the morning. It's TCP in the morning.
TCP in the morning.
It's 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 TCP in the morning.
Good morning. Wake up, y'all. It's TCP in the morning with the morning tea.
Sing the song here in a minute.
TCP in the morning.